Welcome to this course on the application for travel document focused on advanced parole. In this course, I will break down what advanced parole is, who can apply, why it's important, how to properly complete the form, and the period it covers. This information is crucial for any immigration professional working with adjustment of status applicants or individuals in the U.S. with pending immigration benefits. Let's get started. Let's see what advanced parole is. Advanced parole is a travel authorization granted by USCIS that allows applicants to re-enter the United States after traveling internationally without abandoning their pending immigration status or application. It's worth mentioning that applicants traveling domestically don't need travel authorization. Think of it as a permission slip from USCIS that says, "You can leave the country temporarily and we'll let you back in." Advanced parole is not a visa, and it does not guarantee re-entry, but it significantly reduces the risk of being denied entry. The CBP officer has the final word on who is allowed into the United States. Advanced parole allows individuals to travel outside the United States and return without jeopardizing a pending immigration process. Without an approved advanced parole document, departing the U.S. while an I-485 is pending could lead to the application being considered abandoned, potentially affecting future eligibility for immigration benefits. In some cases, advanced parole also helps individuals avoid triggering unlawful presence penalties. Additionally, it allows re-entry into the U.S. without the need for a visa, which is particularly important for recipients of DACA or TPS. Individuals who may apply for advanced parole include those with a pending adjustment of status application, DACA recipients, TPS holders, and refugees or asylees. In some cases, people with a pending asylum application may also be eligible if they can show a humanitarian need to travel, for example, needing to leave the U.S. to renew a passport. However, it is very important to note that anyone who entered the U.S. without inspection or who has a final order of deportation should not travel under any circumstances, even with an approved advanced parole document, as doing so could result in being barred from re-entry. Applicants need advanced parole for several important reasons. It allows them to travel legally while waiting for a decision on their I-485 green card application, helping to avoid having their process denied for abandonment if they leave without permission. People may also use advanced parole to attend family emergencies abroad, participate in international work assignments, school trips, or study abroad programs. In some cases, it can be requested for personal or humanitarian reasons, such as illness, funerals, or caregiving. Without advanced parole, leaving the U.S. could result in inadmissibility bars, loss of benefits, or even removal proceedings. Processing times can vary, but just to give you a general idea, the standard processing time for Form 131 is usually around 9 to 12 months. However, if there's an urgent humanitarian reason, applicants can request expedited processing, which take about 30 to 45 days. Those requests must be accompanied by supporting evidence like a doctor's letter or a death certificate, and in those cases, decisions typically take about 30 to 45 days. This course focuses on using the form specifically for advanced parole, so some parts can be skipped. In Part 1, select Apply for Advanced Parole Document, or if your client is on TPS, choose this option. Complete all of Parts 2 and 3, which cover the personal and biographic information. In Part 4, fill out the processing information. You can skip Parts 5 and 6. In Part 7, be sure to provide detailed dates and the purpose of travel. If your client is applying with an adjustment of status, you can mark that you want the document for multiple trips. But if your client is applying under DACA, Asylum, or TPS, it may be best to request one trip. You can skip Parts 8 and 9. Next, complete Part 10 with their contact information, and don't forget to have the applicant sign the form in black ink. The evidence you'll need to submit includes a copy of their status letter, like their asylum receipt or adjustment of status receipt, 2 passport-style photos, and a copy of their valid passport's biographical page. If your client is applying through adjustment of status, they typically don't need to provide a humanitarian reason to travel. If your client is applying under Asylum, DACA, or TPS, you must include a written explanation of the humanitarian reasons for their trip, along with strong supporting documents, such as a doctor's note, job letter, or school itinerary. For instance, if a DACA applicant wants to travel to Mexico to visit a sick parent, they should provide a doctor's diagnosis or medical report. And if you're requesting expedited processing, be sure to include evidence for that as well. For example, if a U.S. citizen spouse needs to travel to Brazil for a parent's funeral, they should include a copy of the death certificate to justify the urgency. It's important to always advise your clients to check the valid from and expiration dates on their travel document before making any plans. For adjustment of status applicants, the advance parole document is generally valid for the entire time the application is pending. But for DACA or TPS holders, it's often limited to just one entry and must be used within the specific travel dates allowed. Just a few final reminders: advance parole allows eligible immigrants to travel and return to the U.S. without abandoning their case. Make sure to complete all the sections of the form that apply to advance parole, and if your client is applying under Asylum, TPS, or DACA, you must include strong evidence supporting their need to travel. Most importantly, advise your client not to travel until their advance parole document has been officially approved and they've received the original copy in the mail. This original document must be presented to CBP officers when they re-enter the country. This wraps up this course on Travel Authorization Document for Advanced Parole. Thank you for watching.